Okay, here's my blockies I showed you yesterday that I took off the wall. Put them down my craft mat. I'll put my radio stick softer because you're not going to hear me with the radio playing so now. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take my Little Birdie paste, which actually works fantastic. It dries quick. It's nice to use, give you a nice texture, smooth finish. I'm going to throw that away, like my bin. Okay, I have got gloves, which I never use. They are just there for decoration. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my paintbrush, first of all, and I'm going to paint the background nice and white. Why I paint the background, move this forward, why I paint the background with this, the wood, is because when you're going to go and add any color, add anything to your wood, if you don't seal it with this, which could be a texture base, or it could be what we call a gesso. Gesso is your priming medium, which make you seal everything. So now when I'm going to take this later on, which we will go on and show, we are going to spray it, throw things on it, and I know that my background paint will not suck in the wood all the time. So you're not going to waste your stuff. It's going to be a better finish. Paint them up nicely. And I'm going to let this dry. And once this is dry, then I'm going to put my texture base on it. First I'm going to wash my brush because I missed my water candy. Okay, I'm back after a nice little break, which people who know me should know that I check. Should know me that I went and had a cup of tea. Me and a tea. Okay, so now I'm going to take the same little blockies. I'm going to put my stencil there. You can tie it down with a bit of double-sided tape, or actually masking tape is your best. Now, put my radio off first. I know I can very clear thing I'm saying. Okay, now I take it. That smells nice. And I'm going to put it on, putting it quite center of my bowl, my blockies, because I don't want it center. Remember, I'm going to put 2 little photographs there. As soon as I've downloaded programs on my computer, which is namely Dropbox, because all these things every day is going to go into Dropbox, so Karina will put them on. But I never had a computer Dropbox, always my phone, which is taking forever, which is driving me absolutely crazy. And you can see they have the most beautiful little finish stencil in the middle of my block. So now what I do, I don't waste this. I take it again. I think I'm now camera reach. We're going to camera reach. Just remember, I'm an amateur, this not professional. And I'm now going to scrape it down. Ooh, I turn it around. And what I now ultimately do, I put that back. I put it in my water bowl, which is a lovely silver jug, which I will show you later in a week how to clean that, because that's not very clean. Now I take my brush, my nice Finnabair brush, which I love. You move that all out of the way. Remember, it's now upside down on my piece of paper, because I'm going to do something with this too. And you can see there it made this little weird little pattern, which I quite like. So once this is dry, before it's dry, I want to add another bit of stenciling in a corner here. I just love the stenciling. And I put it nice and thick because I want to really show up. You don't want to put it too thin. If you're in a hurry, normally you put it thin, because then and I'm going to again take this stencil, put it on my paper. I'll show you all this when I'm done, what I'm going to do with that. Done that, I'm going to wash that, and I can put another bit of stencil work on a corner. This is my favorite, Prima. But because stencils in the shop from all the different companies, the one is as pretty as the next. But out of all my stencils I love most is this little Prima one, which I bought about 4 years ago. when first Finnabair, 5 years ago, I can't quite remember, when Finnabair came to our shop, and I'm still using it. All I do when I'm finished. Okay, so that is nice and dry. I've got my embossing paste, which is now a little bit empty, but that's not too bad. I'm going to put a little bit on it here, nice and thick. I really want a nice thick border on this one. And you can see there it's got a lovely little bumps. Now I'm going to take that leftover, put a bit there. I'm not going to use any of this anywhere else, so I'm going to put it back, and I'm going to wash this when I'm done so it doesn't go dry. Now I've got like pre-mixed stuff here. It's embossing powder, it is all sorts of embossing powder mixed with little, that's what I've used in a previous project. So all it's wet on my project now. Okay, now we're back again. I think my butter went flat, so we missed a couple of the steps, but what I did with my finger in here, I've rubbed a bit of the pink on there. That's our Nuva Mousse selling at our shop. We're going most divine colours. Just make sure you keep them close so they don't dry. Then I've got the background here, and I've added a bit of that blue because that's all the little photographs I love. And then I decided I'm going to use a bit of spray, which I did. I don't have that many sprays, but I can mix my own. But anybody who's been scrapping for years should recognize this Perfect Pearls. It's quite an old one. That was the pink I sprayed. And then I sprayed my Kaiser Craft. We've got some other makes too. They're all beautiful. I found out you've got to just shake them well. When I finish spraying for the day, I take my nozzles off and I go and wash them clean, spray them clean under water. Because all these sprays, as you can see, they all got a little pigment in them, and if you leave it and let dry, it clogs your bottles, and you're going to go through numerous bottles, and you're going to be upset with yourself, because in the end you're not going to have a bottle of spray. Now some other products we sell, which I love, is we have the gloss gel. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to just touch it up a little bit of it, not much. I wanted to go under my photograph, so I'm put it like that. So what I'm going to do on that, and then go in my water, I'm going to take my mica flakes. I told you I've got all sorts of interesting things in this scrap room. There I've got some mica flakes. Now I've got a little bit of powder. Throw on my brush. Again the same stuff. Now this time I go to the top. I wet my brush, I put it in there, it's just on the top, and I'm going to just tip a bit in there, and I just give it a paint. What I'm doing, I'm actually making my own little mess here. Just put a bit of that gel on, so it's got something to stick in the background. If you don't put it, the powder, if it's on a dry surface, it just must wipe off a bit. Another lovely way to do this, if you use your VersaFine, you stamp while it's wet, and you can rub a little bit of this powder on, because the wet VersaFine will make the powder stick to your background. Okay, a little bit darker. I just like to brighten it up a little bit. A little bit wet there, a little bit more. As you can see now, you're going to just get that bit of a glittery look. I'm not going to have too much in the middle, although here is no photo, so I should work there. You can see it's got this beautiful, beautiful glossy sheen. I like these products. They're nice to play with. They last forever. You buy it once, and it really lasts through numerous applications. The only thing is, when you close your lids, one thing I tell everybody always, make sure you close that, and make sure you clean the sides, clean that, because if you don't do that, this thing going to seal itself, and that's the last thing that you want. Okay, now this should be just about dry. I'm going to take my marker powder, oh, flakes, not powder. I shake it off. Now where I've put my gel, it's stuck. Because the gel make it stick to my background. So what I do again, I take my piece of paper and I put it back. Okay, now this is going to dry some more according to me. Give it another rub. So what I'm going to do, you remember that piece of paper I told you that I said that I've used the leftover gel. Okay, so we are now going to give it a bit of a spray. I want a nice pink spray, really nice and bright. And I'm going to give this one a little bit of brown spray. It is quite dark. So what I should do, which I have here, is I use water. I use my water bottle. And I thin it down with the water bottle a bit. So I don't want it quite as dark. So, okay, so now I can let it dry like that. If I want to, I can take a bit of the excess off. But you can see it's going to lift some of the color off, which is fine. But look at that lovely finish you get with that. Once that's dry, and I'm going to just try a bit of that too. Once that is dry, which I'm not going to use now, I'm going to cut a little circle or a little pattern to put on there. So I'm going to use this with the little blockies. Okay, now I'm going to take a bit of a break, so let that dry, and I'll come back. Stop. Okay, next I've got my two little photographs which I'm going to stick onto my background. Now yeah, I don't use double-sided tape. You can use red tape, you can use the gel, actually is very good. But another glue I like is our Jewel Bond. It really sticks. You can see I'm putting quite a bit on it. Oops, so I'm sticking it there. Make sure it's square. I'm going to put the photograph on there. The last steps that I've decorated my little blocky with is little embellishment, love, little flowers, beautiful butterflies, focus, and I've used the little roses stock for that. You can see that. I used the kind over there, I used the butterfly over there, and I used some of these okay, just to finish it off. As you can see in the end, you've got this lovely shine when I use that marker powder, and this is a complete little blockies. I made a video when I did that, but the video covered out flat. Now the products I use, you will see, it was the marker flakes, the marker powder, sprays, your Nova Mousse, and your Little Birdie texture paste and gesso, which is a combination of the two. And then of course don't forget the Little Birdie gel I used. Now that is a lovely little picture you put on the wall. My grandchild, where she's sitting and playing, she went to a workshop, and another one what she did, and mother was at home with her finger painting to keep her busy, and it's actually quite a lovely little layout. Okay, so today's project is finished. Tomorrow is just going to be a nice clipboard which I've got, which is from my late mother, and we're going to cut. I even got an audience today, and yeah, it's the finished product on the wall. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we are. You can see there is today's project all done, all finished, and now it is the end of the day.